Hey, what's up guys? Stephen, the Salon Guy here, and today I've got a really cool and exciting video for you guys. I've got a hair tutorial on a new and upcoming YouTuber who I've connected with, a really cool dude. His name is Joseph, and his channel is called Blumaan, B-L-U-M-A-A-N. Now, Joe is really cool. He's got really good hair, and I've gotten a handful of requests for his hairstyle. But this is really going out to you, Joseph, and your awesome hair. And I've got this really... this is like the celebrity mannequin from hairartproducts.com. Actually, is it me or does this look like the dude from 3 O'Clock High? Interesting. Alright, so I'm going to cut this mannequin like Joseph's hair. I'm ready to go. Let's get started. Alright, so let's just take a look at what I've done first before I start cutting this. I've actually sectioned this off, coming from probably at the corner of the eyebrow on each side, and combing it back, creating a section right back into here, coming to a point, because he does have it blended through here. So it's disconnected, all right, and then somewhat of an undercut on both sides, but here in the back, it's blended into this. So I'm going to start off on the sides. I'm going to use you can use equivalent to like a number 3 or a 2, depending on the clippers. But I'm going to buzz both sides down, and then I'm going to bring it into the back, and then you're going to see what I do with the disconnection. So from probably about here, right above the ear, maybe just past it, to back here, I'm going to shave it all off and bring it up to here. And then we're going to work it in through the bottom, blending it in to the top here. Alright, so let's take a look at what I've done. I've buzzed this side here, and I buzzed this side here. I've buzzed this down into the back up into here. Now what I'm going to do is I left this longer purposely because I'm going to blend this in by hand. And I'm going to work this up into this length into here. Alright, so let's do that, and then when we're done, we'll start to work into the top, because again, this side here and this side are disconnected completely. It's not blended, but the back here is tapered and worked in. So let's do that, and then we'll see where we're at. Alright guys, so let's take a look here. As you can see, I've blended this in now, working into the sides, and now it's going to blend into the top now. So let's take this piece down here, alright, from the top, and what we have to do is we have to connect this now, working in through the top. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do some scissor comb and work this in going shorter to longer to where the top is probably going to be about 3 to 5 inches or so, right in through here, but it's going to have that longer kind of look. Alright, so let's start to work this into the top and see how it looks when we're done. Alright, so now that I've connected this, I have something to work with now. It's something to blend in. So I'm going to comb this straight out from the head like this, and I'm just going to work this into the top back. So I'm blending the back in through the top back part of the head, which will then connect into it being longer on top. So this is key to this whole haircut because you have to make sure everything kind of flows in, but basically just right in through here because the rest of it is disconnected. Okay, so now what I'm doing is I'm continuing to work up the head shape. Alright, now I'm pulling it straight out to where it's about, I'd say, 2 inches or so right into the back here. Alright, and now I'm giving myself a clear path and making sure this is going to work in going shorter to longer. Now my left elbow here is pointed towards the ceiling, which is going to allow me to cut shorter to longer. So you can see my elbow is pointed up this way. There's my guide. And I'm going to cut upwards this way, which is going to leave length towards the front. Okay, it's creating a shorter to longer look. We're removing some weight, but we're also keeping the length in through front. And this is the only way to really do that. Okay, you can work all the way down towards the center if you want. All right, there's the length right there. And again, we're cutting the front to where it's about, I'd say, maybe 4.5, 5 inches the most. We'll check it out, and we'll see how the length looks when we get to the very, very front. But what I want to do now is I just want to establish all this into here to make sure that everything has a nice pattern and a nice flow to it. So once we're done cutting this, then we'll go back in and we'll look at the front to see how how long the front is. But again, what I'm doing, as you can see, is I'm combing everything straight up and I'm cutting it this way. All right, combing it straight up like this and cutting towards the face. Alright, so this is kind of what we got in through here. We got kind of like a point going towards the front. But this is really, really long right here. So his, from what I've seen, is about maybe to like the tip of his nose in through here. So let's cut that off simply make sure everything is pretty much even like this. And then what we can do is we can work our way up, again, a little bit on the angle like this to make sure that everything is angled working up this way, okay? So what I'm doing is I'm removing the excess length in through the side here, because again, everything is going to be really, really long by the way we cut this, but it's creating a really, really good shape by the way we did that, because it's removing the weight, it's layering it, and it's also allowing for everything to have a nice flow to it, okay? So there's that on this side. Just make sure you go over it, you know, there's no wrongdoing, and when you keep going over it to make sure everything is perfect. I'm definitely a perfectionist. So do the same thing on the other side, and again, it will come to a point in the middle right here. Alright, so now I'm just going through everything, making sure that everything is blended exactly how I want it, and I'm making sure that this is, you know, it's not too long, it's not too heavy, making sure I got that nice movement that I'm looking for. As you can see, this is looking pretty good. Alright, so here's the look before I blow dry it. Now, as you've seen in some of his videos, he's a big product guy, likes to definitely use a lot of product in his hair. So I'm basically going to blow dry this with my hands. I'm going to use my hands working upwards, and then I'm going to apply kind of like probably like a dry type wax, just to be able to kind of work it and slick it back a little bit and get some good volume in there. But the key is to really, when you blow dry this, is to lift it from the base here of this and to really get all that volume in through there. Oh man, as you can see, this is a lot of work. Look at all this hair. Joseph, why do you have to have a hairstyle like this, man? You got so much hair on top here. But as you can see, guys, this is the finished look from the blow dry. You know, you work it through. I used kind of a brush just to kind of work it through, bring it forward like this. But the key is to having this movement and this volume into the whole thing, okay? So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to put some product in it, and I'm going to use, like I said, like a dry wax, something that is going to give a nice volume and also a little bit of shine as well. So I'm going to start here on the sides, and I'm just going to work it through this way with my hands. All right, I'm going to bring it all over. You really want to get the product through, and then I'm going to bring it over on the other side as well. And the key here is just to really working the product through. I mean, that's all you really got to do is just maneuver the whole shape in and style it pretty much however you feel fit that you want to wear it, okay? But again, since we're doing this inspired off of his look, we're just really raking the product through with our hands and just really getting it in there and saturating the whole thing. That's the key to this whole look, is saturating the hair with the product, working it through from scalp to ends like this. And as you can see, we're pretty much just about close to exactly how he has his hair. All right, so I'm just going to put some finishing touches on it, work my hands through a little more, get this hairstyle exactly to where I want it, and then we'll pretty much be done. All right, guys, well, here's the finished look here, and as you can see, I think this definitely looks very similar to Joseph's hair. All right, I'm just going to spin this around for you guys. So as you can see, this is all disconnected underneath here, all right, like how he has it, and which is also a very popular trend right now with guys. So it's all undercut in through here on the bottom. I'm just working these pieces back like this, and there, now it's blended in and tapered throughout the bottom here, worked into the back, and then there it's here's where the disconnection is on this side, creating the undercut, and then it's brought over on top. All right, so it's okay to have like some, you know, pieces come down if you want. You really can wear this however you want, but I think this is a really cool hairstyle, and I really hope that you like this, Joseph, because this one's for you, dude. Alright guys, well, I hope you enjoyed this video. Joseph, I hope you enjoyed this. I think this came really close to your hairstyle, man. Definitely great connecting with you guys. Don't forget to check out his channel. It's youtube.com/joeisblue. That's B-L-U. Definitely a cool dude. And I've got a lot more haircutting tutorials coming up for you guys, so stay tuned for more tutorials from The Salon Guy.